It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Rhys Wicks with 2NURFM Hunter News. Last night's washing machine fire in Arcadia Vale has prompted calls from Fire and Rescue New South Wales for Hunter residents to dispose of recalled items immediately. The fire was started by a Samsung model listed on the Department of Fair Trading website, and while the residents were aware of this, they had not stopped using it. Superintendent Tom Cooper says residents should pay close attention to the list.
Minor damage to the laundry, and there was a bit of smoke logging to the house, but this washing machine was a particular washing machine that had been subject to a recall notice, but the people had continued to use it before it had been looked at by a serviceman. Fire Rescue New South Wales are urging anybody to go to Department of Fair Trading website, get the washing machine checked out before you use it.
Up to 150 jobs are set to be lost at the Four Jacks shipbuilding site at Tomago as the naval destroyer contract concludes. The company says unless a deal is struck soon with the federal government, over 400 more jobs are also likely to be terminated. New South Wales Secretary for the Australian Workers Union Tim Ayres says the Abbott government has turned away from the Australian shipbuilding industry.
Well, the federal government decided to prioritise the interests of Japanese and the Korean shipbuilding industry to walk away from jobs in Australia. We know that in Australia we can produce ships on time, under budget and of the highest quality, ready to go for Australian conditions. And Tony Abbott's selling out our jobs and selling out our national security with these decisions.
However, Patterson MP Bob Baldwin says the coalition is simply doing what Labor failed to do.
The coalition has, since coming to power, issued tender documents for the construction of 21 patrol boats. The coalition has invested money in the Future Frigates program in the design phase. All of these take time to be rolled out. All of these could have been done while Labor was in government, yet they refused to act.
The impact rising fees and funding costs have had on Hunter TAFE institutions have come to light following the 2015-16 state budget. Glendale TAFE has been one of the hardest hit, with the HSC syllabus no longer offered through the institution. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says funding cuts could have long-term impacts on the Hunter.
Less students and less courses mean that there are less qualified people in the area. So when you want a tradesperson to come and help you, it's going to be harder to get, but it also has an impact on unemployment in the Hunter. Unemployment is at its high with youth, and it's only going to get worse if they don't have the ability to be able to undertake the sort of training necessary to get jobs.
Residents in Ralworth are celebrating a win, with Maitland Council refusing the application for a 16-unit, 7,000 square metre development on Morpeth Road. Councils unanimously agreed with the residents that the development does not keep with standards for development that would not cater to many buyers. Councillor Steve Proctor says there were a number of concerns regarding the project.
And there was things like access on and off the main road. It was on a nasty bend, and we thought there were too many traffic movements. There was obviously going to be a disruption to the existing neighbours. There was a semi-rural outlook, and this just seemed to be against it. We refused it with the view that the developer will come back with something less imposing.
Hunter residents should be advised that Newcastle Ocean Baths will be closed today and tomorrow. Crews are working to clear the pumps of sand and debris at low tide before reopening by 12 o'clock tomorrow. Finally, 2 people have died in a head-on car crash on the Pacific Highway at Narong, south of Bulahdelah. Reports indicate a northbound car crossed to the wrong side of the highway and collided with a southbound ute. The 72-year-old female passenger in the car died at the scene. The 72-year-old driver died shortly afterward. In finance, the All Ords is up 11 points at 56.82, and $1 Australian dollar is buying 77.36 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
The Knights could be looking to nab Bulldogs halfback Trent Hodkinson after the 26-year-old met with the officials yesterday. Hodkinson would be a positive addition to the team as Kurt Gidley, Beau Scott and Joey Leilua move on. Meanwhile, forward Corbin Sims says he's ready for Friday night's clash with the Broncos, despite half the rotation out on injury and suspension.
I'm ready to that challenge. I'm still trying to work on my game a lot. Just got to try and get a good balance in my game at the moment. But now that Snowy's actually unfortunately taken a week off and a couple of injuries to our side, I've got to try and step up there and try and lead the middle a little bit.
In soccer, the Jets are hosting another community forum tonight to connect supporters with the A-League CEO and officials. The The forum will be held at Newcastle Panthers from 6:30 to 8:30. The Jets are still looking to fill the position of head of performance after electing coach Scott Miller as head coach last week. And the Northern New South Wales NPL is benefiting from an influx of Korean players. Adamstown unveiled their new striker Kim Tae-sung at the FFA Cup last night and will bring him into the NPL after round 12, while South Cardiff's recruit Jung Sang-deok is going strong. That's sport. I'm Gary Lysart.
2 on your phone news time is 1:05.